ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं। भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थानेभ्यः च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुते स्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरुपरो हरिः अभाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Read from Kampanat 102. Kampanat ज्योतिर्दर्शनात् आकाशोऽर्थान्तरत्वादि व्यपदेशात् सुषुप्त्युत्क्रान्त्योः भेदेन पत्यादिशब्देभ्यः आनुमानिकम् अपि एकेषाम् इति चेत् न शरीररूपकविन्यस्त गृहीतेः दर्शयति च। Let us read something. We will read 373, page 373, second paragraph. नैतदेवं नहि एतत् काठकं वाक्यं स्मृतिप्रसिद्धयोः महदव्यक्तयोः अस्तित्वत्वपरं नहि अत्र यादृशं स्मृतिप्रसिद्धं स्वतन्त्रं कारणं त्रिगुणं प्रधानं तादृशं प्रत्यभिज्ञायते। शब्दमात्रं हि अत्र अव्यक्तम् इति प्रत्यभिज्ञायते। स च शब्दो न व्यक्तम् अव्यक्तम् इति यौगिकत्वाद् अन्यस्मिन्नपि सूक्ष्मे सुदुर्लक्ष्ये च प्रयुज्यते। न च अयं कस्मिंश्चित् रूढः या तु प्रधानवादिनां रूढिः प्रधानवादिनां रूढिः सा तेषामेव पारिभाषिकी सती न वेदार्थनिरूपणे कारणभावम् प्रतिपद्यते। न च क्रममात्र सामान्यात् समानर्था प्रतिपत्तिः समानार्थ प्रतिपत्तिः भवति। सती तद्रूप प्रत्यभिज्ञाने नहि अश्वस्थाने गां पश्यन् अश्वोऽयम् इति अमूढोऽध्यवस्यति अमूढो अध्यवस्यते। निरूपणायां च अत्र च परपरिकल्पितं प्रधानं प्रतीयते। शरीर रूपक विन्यस्त गृहीते शरीरं हि अत्र रथरूपक विन्यस्तम् अव्यक्त शब्देन परिगृह्यते। कुतः प्रकरणात् परिशेषाच्च तथा हि अनन्तरातीतो ग्रन्थः आत्मशरीरादीनां रतिरथादिरूपक क्लिप्तिं दर्शयति। आत्मानं रतिनं विद्धि शरीरं रतमेव तु बुद्धिं तु सारथिं विद्धि मनः प्रग्रहमेव च। इंद्रियाणि हयानाहुः विषयांस्तेषु गोचरान् आत्मेन्द्रियमनोयुक्तम् भोक्तेत्याहुर्मनीषिणः इति तैश्च इन्द्रियादिभिः असंयतैः संसारम् अधिगच्छति संयतैः तु अध्वनः परम् तद्विष्णोः परमं पदम् आप्नोतीति दर्शयित्वा किं तदध्वनः पारं विष्णोः परमं पदम् इति अस्यामाकाङ्क्षायाम् तेभ्यो एव प्रकृतेभ्यः इन्द्रियादिभ्यः परत्वेन परमात्मानम् अध्वनः पारं विष्णोः परमं पदं दर्शयति। इन्द्रियेभ्यः परायर्थाः अर्थेभ्यश्च परं मनः मनसस्तु परा बुद्धिः बुद्धेरात्मा महान् परः महतः परमव्यक्तम् अव्यक्तात् पुरुषः परः पुरुषान्न परं किंचित् सा काष्ठा सा परा गतिः इति। Let us see this much. So you were seeing this fourth Adha of the first chapter, and in this fourth Pada the words of Sankhya like Avyakta, Mahat, Prakriti etc. are used to establish that all the Upanishads conclude in the knowledge of Brahman alone. And the first sutra raised the point of that the Sankhya is saying that the Prakriti is the Swatantra and Satya. It is independent and it is an exclusive truth than the Purush. And this had to be refuted. So we saw that Purush is Chaitan and Prakriti is inert. And about the Purush, you heard what is the difference between Sankhya Purush and Vedanta Purush. Because Purush word is used by both. So this is a problem. If the same word is used, then it is for whom? What is the meaning of that? What is the difference? And in that process, Sankhya said that the Prakriti is Nitya, Satya and Vikari. Nitya, Satya, Vikari and Jagat Karana. 4 points. It is eternal, it is true, it is modifying, and it is the cause of the world. Whereas Vedanta says this Prakriti is Asatya or Mithya, and it is the Jagat Karan, but it is Mithya, and it is not Swatantra, it is dependent on the Purush, and that is called When the Prakriti is dependent on the Purush, it is called Maya. Maya. Now, this was said by the Sankhya and the Purvapaksh. So, answer has been given in a very peculiar manner by Vedvyas Bhagavan. So, there is a more of the element of, what shall I say, little teasing is involved rather than any important point is said from the third mantra, third sutra onwards. And for that, he used the because Sankhya said that in the Vedanta, this avyakt word is used to tell that it is independent. And he quoted Indriyebhya parayarthaha arthebhyascha paramanaha manasastu parabuddhi. Buddhe mahan, buddhe param avyakta, etc. Mahata param avyakta. So in that there was the 6 aspects were there. You saw yesterday. Remember that? Sense object, sense organ, then mind, then mind intellect combined, then Mahat, individual mind, individual intellect and total intellect, Mahat, then Avyakt, and then Purush. So this Sankhya said, see, the Avyakt word which I use, it is coming in the hierarchy which is not saying it is related to the Purush. Therefore, why you are taking this as because it is not said in the Kathopanishad that it is just said Mahata Param Avyaktam. Avyakt is beyond the Mahat and something is beyond the Avyakt called the Purush. But it is not said that the Purush is the one on which the Avyakt is dependent on. How shall I believe this point? So he is using his logic, which he has already concluded, is a big problem. We conclude and think. We don't think to conclude. We first conclude and then find out justification how that is right. And anything you can justify. If I already made a conclusion that you are not good, then I can pick up many incidences about you for the last few years. And then keep and bring to the same conclusion. It's not right way. This was what Arjuna also did. Arjuna thought I won't fight. Then he started thinking. This is the way sometimes when we become insistent, then we start thinking not to come out the truth of the subject, but thinking to support what I don't like or what I like. This is not a good way of thinking. So you are reinforcing your dislikes or likes or anger. This should not be our habit. So always say, okay, I'm keeping it open. Let me think what is the status. I've yet to conclude on that subject. Don't please jump to conclusion. Don't dash to conclusion. Please think over it. Think and sit, what does it matter? Something must be. So here Purvapaksh already decided that the Prakriti is independent. And after that, he is not trying to pick the right portion of, because they are also Vedic. They also believe in Vedas. So he is trying to take out the right verses so that he can support his argument. When we don't like or we like, we say everybody says about him like that. Everybody. He also was talking about it. I trying to get a majority, like the voting is done. So I tried to make my opinion more universal about that. So all these things are not right. To this point, Bhashyakar says, see, I am using the word avyakt. Avyakt has the meaning of shariram. Had ho gayi, bataiye. And then he uses the imagery of the chariot. If you remember, there are also 6 elements. And here also, this is called spiritual progress. The spiritual progression, what is it called? Ascending order. And that was the chariot imagery. There was not an order, but here it is an order. That first sense object, then sense organ, then mind, then intellect, then total intellect, then avyakt, then purush. There it was not said. Here it was said one chariot is there, it is called body, and the chariot has a charioteer called the intellect, then it has a reins called mind, then it has a Jeev who is the ruler of that chariot, and the chariot is the body. Atmanam rathinam viddhi shariram ratham. So he concluded at the end that this chariot is, this avyakt has the meaning of body, because only that element is remaining in both of them. Like sometimes puzzles are there. So you have to match this side and that side. So everything you match. Then last answer you didn't know. Then you make it out from the first that only this one is remaining. So this must be the place here. So in this sutra, avyaktam is equal to shariram. I'm not going to go to it. I think you know that. I have already talked about that in my yesterday's class. So I will go ahead and not repeat. Okay, can I go ahead now? Now we'll go to the word meaning. Word meaning. So one little technical this is, and lot of Sanskrit words are there. So I hope you will understand some Sanskrit. So one is running meaning, other is personal meaning. So I'll go to the running meaning. So first is anumanikam api. So it is anumanikam api means revealed. Sankhya Pradhan is also revealed in the mantras. Anumanikam api, that of the anumanikam, the pradhanam is also revealed in the mantras. Ekesham. Ekesham means belonging to certain branches of Vedas. Ekesham. Here which branch we are talking of? Katha branch. Was Kathopanishad, this is coming. Anumanikam api. This is Purupaksh. Yet the answer is iti chet. So till Ekesham is Sankhya. And iti chet means if this is argued, the answer is no, don't argue like that. Why should I not argue? I'm very argumentative. No, don't argue. Sharir Rupak Vinyasta Grihitehe. This is one word. Grihitehe, which case? Fifth case. Because, why? Because the physical body introduced through chariot imagery this is who is saying? Right? Siddhanti or Vedyartha. Sharir Rupak Vinyasta Grihitehe. Because the physical body introduced through chariot imagery is mentioned by the word avyaktam in 1.3.11. Okay, fine. This is the running meaning. Now what is the particular meaning? Let's go one by one word. One by one word. First word is anumanikam. Anumanik. Anumanik means the pradhan of Sankhya philosophy is called anumanik. Anuman means infer. Like you infer there is a smoke if you see a fire. So this Sankhya inferred about the Pradhanam or the Avyakt through their logic. What is the logic? If gross is there, there has to be potential form. Everything should be in the potential form. If you are seeing this flower should be in potential form. Nice flower is there. This should be in potential form. See, what a nice color God has put. What is this flower? Huh? Gabra. Huh? Gabra. See, nice color is there. Gabra, she say. And see how nicely the petals are so well organized. And inside also what a combination of color is there. There is a good combination of color is there. This is what God's creation is. And this is mud only. Interesting point is this. The mud got converted into the stems, plant, and ultimately such nice flower is there. But this was in unmanifest form. I thought this is also one form of chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum is very popular here. वही तो बोला ना, वही same family, same. So Mama Chacha there also. So that this chrysanthemum is less advanced from this. This progressed a lot. So this is more bigger and more lovely and more expensive also. Chrysanthemum is not like that, but this is in the bouquets. I think they use it in the bouquets. So Sankhya used the word that everything has its potential form. Potential means not seen, but power of creating everything is there. Everything is in a potential form. Everything. Even my words are in the potential form. Even in the situation that you get is a potential form. Even trees in the potential form. Even the egg. The birds have then lay down the egg. So whole bird is in the potential form. The ostrich has this big egg. Ostrich egg is, I think, bigger than this. I was going to Cape Town and I saw the egg of ostrich. It's very big. It should become mammal instead of such a big head. It is very big ostrich. So in Cape Town there is an ostrich park. And they sit on the ostrich. And sometimes ostrich throws them out. Huh? No need to sit on that ostrich. They are making fun of that. Let it be free. But they have a business. So they sit on the ostrich. These foreigners or those who are tourists, etc. It can throw them out also. Biggest bird, I think, ostrich. It can't fly very high. It is the biggest bird. Little it can fly this much. Little. Because it's so heavy, how can it fly? Anyway, so now you tell me, I have one question. This Sankhya said that I believe in the seed because of inference. Is it right or wrong what they said? Is it right or wrong? That everything exists in a seed state. Therefore, we believe that the world also must be existing in a seed state. Right or wrong? Right. But it's still not right. What is not right? Because they infer about the avyakt and not, they use logic only and then went to Shastra to search where it is. Vedanta will see what Vedanta believes, that there is Avyakt because of the presence of that in the scriptures. I hope it is clear. So the pradhan or the prakriti is tark pradhan, and in Vedanta it is shastra pradhan. Shastra pradhan. We will also see the same thing, but after finding out where it is said in the scripture. This is so independently, logic should not be used, because it has a trick to take you in any direction. Anything you can justify by giving any argument. By any argument you can justify anything. That is not the right way of thinking. What? Because you don't know everything. So here Vedanta also says that the Prakriti is there, but Vedanta says no, first read Kathopanishad, there it is said. Therefore I believe that there is a Prakriti. Because the Pradhan is coming through Anuman, therefore name of the Pradhan is called Anumanikam. Anumanikam is the name of Pradhan. I hope it is clear. Anumanikam. I'm taking each word now. Anumanikam. And Anumanik word you must have heard earlier also. Anumanik word, it has come earlier also. Let me see who can tell. Later on you see where it has come, in which sutta. Here Anumanik is a word for Pradhan, which is known by Anuman, is called Anuman. So which is known by Vasudeva is called Vasudeva. Which is born out of Anuman is called Anumanikam. Inference. Okay, fine. Wonderful. Right, person. And Anumanikam, then Apicha. So he says, who says? Purpaksh. Purpaksh is saying, Api means also. Not only your Brahman is revealed, but my Pradhanam is also revealed. Api. My Pradhanam is also revealed. How do you say like Anumanikam Api? Then what is the next word? What's the next word? Ekesham. Ekesham. Ekesham means in certain branches or certain shakhas of Vedas. Ekesham. Shakhayam. देखो एक वर्ड इज नित एक वचन. एकः एकम एकेन एकस्मै एकात् एकस्य एकस्मिन्. Where from Ekesham came? Ekesham is used to say that in some shakhas, of some shakhas, when you have to use the word some or a certain, then use the word Ekesham. In certain shakhas or branches of Vedas, understood the word? Ek, it is used as singular. It cannot be plural. There are many one. You can, one is one only. So ekah ekam ekena ekasmai ekasmat ekasya etas ekasmin. So here it is said here that Anumanikam means that in certain shakhas of the Vedas, the Sankhya is the Avyakt is already mentioned. Sankhya is saying that Avyakt is already mentioned. Here some branches means Katho Kat Shakha. Kat. Iti chet, if I say like that, the answer is No, please don't say any such thing. Why? Then answer is given by Siddhanti. Sharir Rupak Vinyasta Grihitehe. This is the answer by Siddhanti. Sharir means physical body. GB, gross body. Rupak means imagery. Or imagery. And Rup, so like Rath Rupak means in this chariot imagery. Vinyastam is introduced. And Grihitihi means mention. And therefore fifth case is from the mention. Like Grihitihi, Matihi. So it will become Matehe. Kavihi. So Grihitah means mentioned. But mentioned what? The imagery of the chariot is mentioned for the sadhana. Okay. So what you want to say now? I want to say Rupak Vinyastam, which is introduced in the chariot imagery. So, yes, Shariram cha tad Rupa Vinyastam cha Shariru Rupa Vinyastam. So, Sharir means physical body and Rup means imagery and Vinyast, which is mentioned. Vinyasta introduced and Grihitehim is mentioned. Because of the mention of the physical body which is introduced to the chariot imagery. Such a long sentence. Grihite means because of the mention. You have to become Urdu reader. You have to read from there. You know Urdu? No? Yeah. So, this is adjective to Shariram cha tad rupak vinyastam cha sharir urupa vinyastam. Grihitehe means mentioned because of the, please write it, because of the mention of physical body which is introduced through the chariot imagery. Slowly. Because of the mention of the physical body which is introduced through the chariot imagery. Right? Then darshayati cha. So if you want to supply, you can supply avyakta shabdena. Avyakta shabdena by the word avyakt. Where? Which mantra? 1.2 3.11. अरे बोला गुरु भाई. So avyakta shabdena Shrupaka vinyasta sharira grihite. And darshayati. It shows. Who shows? Veda shows. So he has proved that the odd man out in both the cases belong to same. That this has gone, only this is remaining. This will be the answer. So what is the conclusion in nutshell? Conclusion is that the Sankhya said that the unmanifest is mentioned. World has come from unmanifest and therefore unmanifest is independent of anything. Vedvyas Bhagavan said that because of the two comparisons, the word avyakt is now coming with the gross body. Then he got a shock. He said, how come this avyakt is a gross body? The first time in my life I am hearing that avyakt is a gross body. How many things we hear first time, we get surprised. It doesn't mean something is first time is false. Some people say, the first time I heard this, the first time doesn't mean it is false. Many things you hear first time. First time in your life this date has come. Today's date of 15th November has come first time in your life. It doesn't mean it is false. Today is 15/11/2020. 2020. I told you this year will pass very fast because it is 2020. I had told, but you didn't listen to that. It is hardly now 1 month. This year will pass away. One more year of your life has gone without knowing the self or without having darshan of God. 1 more year. So that means the years are less now. Years are less. And your work is very big. Target is so big to know the self. And here mind is so much full of Ra. When the examination used to be there, so we had 3-hour examination. I don't know how many hours. 3 hours. So there are 14 questions, 15 questions used to be there. No computer. I don't know now they have computer or what. Or they do by handwriting. Handwriting only. Because computer you can retrieve anything. So, and 14 questions. So we were always, one eyes was on the watch. Totally on the watch. My God, 50 minutes and gone. And there's no time to waste. And some didn't know the answer. They fourth question. I'm busy later on. And the person who is invigilating, the teacher, needs to come and stand. If he has seen that. Here it doesn't happen like. And some have cheats here and there. They use the cheats here. Some have cheats. Cheats was in the sleeve, in the hand. Sleeves, like full sleeve or hand. Or that was in their, what do you call, some kind of paper they had put on the pencil box inside. And sometimes they used to tuck in the pant, etc. In the pant, you cannot get it. And if they know that this question is slowly they'll take it out, start writing. And then something used to be there called flying squad. You know flying squad? No. From different place, from different college. So flying squad is a set of 10 people who are coming just to check you randomly. And they will say, okay, come out, stand up. Just start checking. And if they find, they'll restricate for whole year. Whole year is gone now. You're restricted. And many used to be restricted. That was the result of cheating. You have cheated? Not cheated. You pass without cheating. There's, She must have cheated. Not cheated. See, yes. All the skeletons are now falling from the cupboard. They write it. But I never cheated. This much I can tell you. There was no need for cheating. We don't know right now. I don't know. Simple thing I don't. At least you are fearless. But 3 hours point was 3 hours was there. And last 10 years, supposing a paper was from 7 to 10. Then it is 9 o'clock. And 1 hour is remaining. And 5 questions I have to attempt. And no question of talking, gossiping, or going to washroom. Only if you need water, there was water, cold water. Somebody was always there around you, said, please get me water. You have water. And your whole attention was on the watch and how, two things, watch and amount of questions left. If you are a serious student, if you really want to score very high, and if you are stuck up in any question, then you will skip it, like you do here, and you leave the space. In some people's copy, only spaces are. They are wasting the papers. They write question 1 and left a space. Question 2, left a space. And most tense was last 15, 20 minutes. Now your 3 questions are. And I know I cannot make it now. Life is more serious than that. We have a limited time. 20 years, 15 years, 25 years. And the knowledge of the self is so difficult to get. So difficult to have the knowledge of the self. You know how far is the goal then? We don't sit even for meditation. We don't even know the truth properly. Right or wrong? Then if that knowledge you don't have, so mrityu samrityam apnoti, you are going to get another birth. You are detained in the same bodies, different bodies. Another birth will be there because you missed the bus in this birth. You went in gossiping, in disliking somebody, liking somebody. So you missed the bus, overslept, wasted the time here and there. But those who are good seekers, they are very conscious of 2 things. Time left. You don't know time left means what time left. See, Sean Mack. You know how he passed away, Sean Mack. I think morning he said, I have some pain, etc. And he said, nobody was there, 9, 10 o'clock. 12, 1 o'clock passed. Within 3, 4 hours. At least he had a good painless death. And many times he used to come and say, Swamiji, I don't have a lot of years left. I want to dedicate all my time and this business is troubling me. I want to give it to somebody. This was his only woe. I want to give my business. I want to get rid of all these things. How long I'll live? But a person doesn't know that really he won't live long. If a person is 60, he thinks still I will go to 85, 90, I will pull up. Then you think about your age. You must be thinking always I will live 75, 80. But, and the one day you will find, I have no time left. And the target is so big. You don't feel like that. Then why should you not just put effort in getting out of your mental blocks and mental dislikes and likes? Because you are not going to carry. Whom you dislike will be forgotten forever. You will not know that person also. And whom you like, he also won't be known to you. You will be far away forever. Dissociated forever. His action will take him to some other body. Your action will take you to some other body. When we have no relation, then why to form? You won't know also whom I disliked. Always see, this is the way of seeing to get out of dislike. If you like somebody, then also you see, I won't live with him. Why to be close when I don't have to live with him? Why to put your mind into all these things? Why to get upset about something? Why to get very close to anybody? This is a temporary stay together. Temporary stay. We are all going to be far away. Not far and knowing, far and unknowing each other. Understood? Will not even have a whiff also of any knowledge who is where. So you make your mind purer. Make your mind a good recipient of the knowledge. Knowledge which is given, it should not be spilled out. Control your senses. Make your mind purer. Make your God. Become closer to God. Pray to God that I have less time left. Pray to God. And He will do the needful. See, when the course was there, so many people were there. Now everybody is different places. Course. 2017 we had course. Everybody is different. Why? No? Wrong. And before the course, many of you were not there. So we had another group who was attending the classes. In that group, Dr. Bhima was there. Anita was there. Earlier Segri was there. Segri, yes, morning class. Yes. Jibod was there. There was a Jibod. Jibod, you know? Huh? Then Jibod was there. And who? Sanita long back was there. Many people came in the process. They got realized they didn't come first. Some read 2 Upanishads, some 4 Upanishads. They are as much their capacity, they at least came in the. I wonder if new people will come or not. We should have some other course or some morning class. New people should come. New boys and girls are there. They should also come and study. Nothing like in this young age they should study Vedanta, Upanishad, Gita. The young boys who came yesterday also. So they should study and they have energy instead of working around. They should study for 1-2 years. After that they can decide what to do. But they should get the cream of the scriptures at this very good age they have. Age is in their favor. They are in early 20s or they're in teens. It's a very best time. Because this is if they are just going after jobs and they are just going after money at this time. If they can use this time, they can be more ready to face the challenges of life. I'm not saying they have to become brahmachari, but they should at least read in scriptures and see what the gem is inside it. Running for 1 hour traffic, then 8 hours they have job. This Nivashan, etc. 8 hour jobs are from morning 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock. I feel for them, but what to do? But one day comes, you feel, Arey, my time is out now. I am 40 plus. Then you remember I am 45 plus. Then you are 50 plus. Tick, 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 tick. And as such, there is no big progress. The point which is little, how shall I say, little distressing is as we need more time. We need more effort. Our time is running out. Okay. So as if there was a race and it is showing that this is your last point. And if you are not able to touch your goal, then you are thrown in the next birth, which is most likely high probability. Am I right? No. High probability is there that next birth will be there if you are not knowing the self. But for knowing the self, to have the mind is that itself is difficult. That mind should be quiet, free from anger, free from passion, free from dislike, free from like, free from all kind of negativities. This is why I say read Gita. Read Gita, because Gita only tells you what kind of mind is there. Read Upanishad, read Ramayana. Okay? No, not okay. That is important aspect of. Don't miss your sadhana. Pray to God. He can do anything. Pray to God. Therefore we come in the morning to pray to God that He may forgive our mistakes. He may guide us for the future. I don't know what sufferings are also. So much suffering. Getting body itself is a suffering. So all this, what you hear in Brahma Sutra, is not for any kind of, what is it called, objective discussion. It is to convince that Brahman, the truth alone, is real. It is an exercise for making the truth alone as real. There is nothing else here which is real. There is nothing bigger than that. And therefore Vyas Bhagwan has written, there must be some purpose. Shankaracharya Bhagwan has written commentaries. There must be some purpose. So the next sutra, so this sutra has proved what? That Avyakt word has the meaning of Shariram. It's a little teasing kind of answer. Mischievous and teasing answer. The real answer will come in third sutra. Now this Purupaksh said, 1 minute, how can you say like that? Because commonly we know that the Avyakt word only means the gross body, the unmanifest. How did you take out this meaning? I want to get out of original problem. You create another new problem with your solution. How did you take this meaning out? I want to know the answer. Please give me the answer. He said, I'm giving you the answer. Why you are so much anxious? I'll give the answer. But tomorrow. Sadhan ki baat. In between, I want to talk about sadhan also. So that our fire is lit. Satsang's one work is to keep the fire lit. Keep your little mind. That is, I have to go there. So you go here and there. Don't talk on unnecessary matters. If you are cooking or if you are making, just chant Lord's name. While cooking, only chant Lord's name. Whatever your mantra is there, keep on chanting. If you are cutting vegetable, don't talk how bad he is, he left the pot. Don't talk all this. But don't put more trash. Already sufficient is there. Sufficient dust is inside. You are struggling to get out of that. And you are putting a new one. Don't think bad about anybody. Something bad is there, so God will take care. You chant Hare Ram, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo. Like that. Earn new point today. Today is a day to earn some sadhana, earn some grace of God. Respect everybody. Have good bhav for everybody. We are all going to be dissociated with each other. Soon enough. Every time passes like this. I used to see Gurudeva Swami Subodhananji who left his body. It was a big rude shock to me. Because I lived with him a lot. He was hardly in 60s. Many things he taught me about Vedanta. And one morning I went after puja and I saw that message. He's no my sakadil. So still mind is not able to accept. How come he's not there? Anyway, we'll see more tomorrow. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namah. Hari Om.